So here it is with all of its glory. So we need to remove these foam bricks over here. And the other one, because these are the ones that keeping the PC case safe from any dents. And here it is, out of the box. Okay. Okay, so here it is out of the box. So with the protective film and plastic, whatever. So here's the INPLAY logo, as you can see. So this is clearly a micro ATEX PC case. So as you can see here, it has it already comes with 3 pre-installed fans. So two in the front and 1 in the back. So yeah, pretty good so far. So I inspected the case, all the entirety of the case, and so far no dents. So the packaging was actually good. So that's nice of them. So yeah, pretty much I'm just gonna move all of the components out of my previous PC to this new PC. So stay tuned. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug everything, every connection from the power supply. So I'm going to start with the GPU right here. I'll remove the 6x6+2 pin. So we have to remove that very carefully and slowly so we don't damage anything. And then I'm going to unscrew the screw that's holding the bracket here. Be careful it doesn't over sag, and then carefully remove. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to detach the locking mechanism, and there you go. So here is my GPU right here. I'm so sorry if it's filthy and full of dust, but like I said earlier, I haven't cleaned this PC for quite a while now, so maybe almost 8 months or so. So here it is. So maybe I'm going to do a quick cleaning with this. So next one is the hardest of them all, which is the 24 pin. So back in the university, this is the most hated pin of all, because when you try to remove this is the toughest pin to unplug. So I have to
1 hour later.
Oh, there we go. It's actually not harder than I expected. So good. Then the next one is, can you zoom in a little bit, please? The connector for the CPU. It's the 4+4 pin, which is a little bit harder now that we have a tower CPU blocking my hand over here. Okay, that's 2. I don't know how many stand-ups did we put in this motherboard. Okay, thankfully we have a magnetic screwdriver. So always try to unscrew all of these using a magnetic screwdriver, because it will make your life easier if you do this. So I do not recommend using any screwdriver without any magnets in it. So. Oh god. Oh, there we go. It just came out by itself. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to wiggle it a little bit out of the way, and there we go. It's more accessible than earlier. And remove this. Voila! Success! I just have to make sure that this motherboard comes off easily. It's actually a little tougher than I expected, so. Okay. I believe we're good. Oh my god. Sheesh! Success! Oh, we missed one connection, which is this. Okay, I think we're good. So, motherboard successfully detached. So I'm just gonna. So here is my fan that I bought like about 6 months ago, and very filthy. So I'm gonna reuse it in my new PC case. So I just need to clean it first. Okay, I think it's much better than before, guys. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, so this is the next thing I'm gonna try to clean, but I'm a little bit scared and cautious because this is my first time actually cleaning up a GPU. I actually own a couple of GPU in the past, but I've never managed to clean them, so I'm a little bit messy owner myself, so sorry about that. So clean the fans right here. So here we go. So as you can see here, I already installed the motherboard into the PC case, and surprisingly all of the screw standoffs are securely packaged inside a very small plastic container inside a case. And yeah, so I believe that when I installed this, 4 standoffs were already installed, so I just have to put 2 additional more in order to complete the 6 standoffs on my motherboard. So I believe the value for this motherboard is surprisingly reasonable. It's not the thickest. I mean, the metal used and the metal material used in this PC case is not the thickest you can find in the market, but considering the money that I paid for this, I cannot complain. So it's not the thickest, but also not the flimsiest metal so you can find on the market right now. But with the money I paid, I'm happy. Right now, I've installed the hard drive beside a power supply, but I've actually made a grave mistake here because I was supposed to install the power supply first before the hard drive. Because as you can see here, my power supply doesn't fit. So this is an ATX form power supply. So it's a very big mistake that I made here. So I should have put the power supply first before the hard drive, because I'd done this initially like this because I thought that it would be much easier for me to install the power supply first, considering there's a lot of cables with this power supply, since this is not even a semi-modular or modular power supply. So that's the reason I had that mindset going towards this build. So right now I've rectified that mistake, and yeah, it's good to go. How you doing? Hello guys, I'm back. So here we are. Here it is. We're already finished with all of the cable management that we did in the background, and all of the pushing and pulling and tugging, all of those stuff. I think the toughest part of building this PC was the cable management part. Yeah, and thank you so much for my beloved wife for helping me out, giving me a light whenever I needed one. So yeah, shout out. So yeah, thank you. So this is it. So I'm gonna initiate the most satisfying part of building a PC. Here goes nothing. Look at that. Yeah, boy. Look at that, very clean. So I'm gonna turn it on in just a moment. So here we go, let's turn it on. Oops. There we go. Better now, so it's a success, guys. So as you can see, that's my new PC. So I finally bought a new PC case. So it's actually long overdue. So I am very happy. So it took me a while, thanks to my wife for helping me out with the build. So yeah, I would say that this PC case has some good value. It only cost me like 1,000 pesos, so that's about $18 or less. Actually, specifically, technically, it's 1,100 pesos. But if you buy this on Shopee or Lazada, you can actually get it for less, so maybe around 980 if you have some vouchers on. So I would say with the material used in this PC, they definitely cut some corners with the metal here, because the metal frame are actually thinner than I expected, but it's still sturdy. It's not actually very flimsy to the point that you can actually bend it very easily. Actually, it's still very sturdy. So good point in that. What I really like is this top, like, what do you call this again? Like dust filters on the top, and they're magnetic too. Look at this camera. So this dust filters on the top here, so it's it's removable, and it's magnetic actually. So that's good. And the side panel is a tempered glass, so you have to be very careful when taking this off. And maybe the only downside that I noticed is the zip tie clips are actually thinner or very tight, that when I try to insert the zip tie into those holes, that you can actually put some zip ties so that you can cable manage your wires, it actually didn't fit through. It's very tiny, and you cannot literally put some zip ties. So maybe that's a downside of that. So the holes are very tiny for the zip tie clips. So maybe you're saying that just get a smaller zip tie. I already tried; it still doesn't fit. So it actually messes up the threads on the zip tie. So maybe that's a downside, but only about 3 holes. But some of them are still usable, and I can still fit some zip ties on it. So what else? So maybe the good point is you can fit 1 hard drive here in the right there beside the power supply, and I can actually put another SSD, so SATA SSD on top here. So I believe there's some screw holes over there. So yeah, so basically that is overall, I like this. It's a good value for your money. And if you're looking for a PC case that has good value with good value and very cheap in the market, especially with the RAM prices skyrocketing, so I recommend this one, INPLAY META A200. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next time.